CPD says the 10 officers involved were already subject to internal investigations, finding them guilty of misrepresentation or untruthfulness, but they remained on the force. Now, Hamilton County Judge Tom Greenholtz says who these officers are is critical information that could impact criminal cases past and present.
The state has a duty to turn that information over to the defendant.
After CPD says 10 officers were reassigned due to dishonest reports, Hamilton County Judge Tom Greenholtz says their identities must be revealed.
It becomes clear the officer's got a history of lying and reprimands for dishonesty. Probably not going to credit much of what the officer says.
Greenholtz says the Supreme Court case Brady v. Maryland requires the state to reveal prior cases of dishonesty from officers testifying in court.
That would tend to impair the witness's credibility at trial.
As a judge, he says Brady compels him to present that knowledge to the defense, which could be used to overturn previous convictions. At this time, we don't know why this hasn't happened before with these officers.
That is the real issue, is what do we do about cases where there have already been convictions?
The names of the officers have not been revealed, with CPD only sending out a release about the group and not their identities.
I haven't been told. I have not been sent a list.
Which attorney Robin Flores says could be the result of federal involvement.
Somewhat unusual because the U.S. Attorney's asking.
CPD says the request came from the U.S. Attorney's Office, a move Flores says rarely happens.
I've never heard of it. I've been practicing here, private practice for 22 years, and I was in law enforcement in South Carolina for 11 years, and I've never seen anything like this.
And CPD says the names were now sent to federal prosecutors.
The big question mark is, why is the federal government doing this?
A start of a new era in Hamilton County after the swearing in of new Hamilton County District Attorney Cody Womp. A focus, the 10 reassigned CPD officers who claim they weren't given due process. A concern Womp says warrants a review of how these cases are handled in our county.
I, Cody Womp,
a historic moment.
do solemnly swear.
As the first female DA in Hamilton County, Cody Womp doesn't want to waste a moment.
I'm going to work this afternoon.
Womp takes office as the Chattanooga Police Department is battling controversy. 10 CPD officers claim their right to due process was violated after being reassigned to teleservice jobs for allegations of untruthfulness.
We should never blanket just toss a bunch of officers into civilian status.
It's a decision Womp says should be handled carefully to avoid violating the rights of law enforcement officers.
We don't do a good enough job with Brady and Giglio.
Brady versus Maryland, a Supreme Court case requiring states to turn over information of a testifying officer's previous misconduct in court, leading to the creation of the Brady list, where officers with misconduct are listed.
A Brady or Giglio list is meant for the protection of the public.
In these documents obtained from an open records request, the officers were disciplined for misrepresentation, untruthfulness, and filing false reports, violations that attorney Robin Flores says justifies reassignment.
They're lucky they're still employed.
And without a county appeal process for Brady lists, Flores says due process doesn't apply.
As long as they don't take your pay and benefits from you, they can make you a patrolman and stick you over here writing parking tickets.
A system Womp says should be reviewed, arguing that a decision on who should and shouldn't testify is hers to make.
What is my business is who can testify in my courtrooms, and I will make those decisions one by one as I review each case.
CPD says they're conducting an internal review of the 10 officers. They will provide a recommendation to Chief Murphy, who will then decide their future.
In just a few short weeks, these 8 students here at the Chattanooga's EMPACT program will be walking across the stage for their graduation. And so part of it, we decided to look back on the alumni from this program to learn about their success rate.
Presentation was great. You know, I already know that's a smoke screen.
We've been following the many job referral and career services programs provided by the city of Chattanooga.
This is a start to a whole new beginning for them, and we want them to create that, how that looks for them, not us.
You'll remember Councilwoman Demetrius Coonrod questioned the success rate of the city's Office of Workforce Development.
How many people have you actually helped to get employed? I understand the referrals. Yeah, I see the look, Chris. It's okay. But how many people that you referred actually became employed?
The city's EMPACT program is led by a different office, the Office of Family Empowerment. They're about to graduate their third cohort of the Google IT Certification Pilot Program. It provides resume and job help to low-income community members.
So I'm really hoping for a work-from-home remote position, which is doable. I know that, so fingers crossed there.
Here's a breakdown of the success rate of this program. Out of 28 people who signed up for a cohort, 25 people completed the program. Of the alumni, only 7 out of 17 received a full-time job immediately following graduation.
There's plenty of tech jobs coming. I'm in the space of actually trying to create those jobs, though. So for me, being an entrepreneur is a really big thing.
While current student Hannah Bowman is hoping to get a remote job to help take care of her baby.
Yeah, it would be really nice to not have to leave the house, with the new baby and everything, because we only have one vehicle.